Alright, continuing 600, 1618. Requirements for permanent closure of the oil gas well. All holes, lost hole with dry hole of the oil gas well incapable of production shall be plugged with an abandoned in addition to the requirement of the detail of the rule. All plug and abandonment activities should be in accordance to stand with the API recommended practice 51R of the Environmental Protection Onshore Oil Gas Production Operations and Leases. API Bulletin E3 of the Environmental Guidance Document. Well, the inactive well practice of the U.S. exploration production operation incorporated by reference, including subsequent amendment addition of these documents may be viewed online. No charge rate publications.api.org. Permitting shall plug and abandon lost over the dry holes, releasing drill rigging from the well to pad non-drilled material that would prevent re-entry of the oil gas shall not be placed in any wellbore, trash, or reef ruse. Should not be used with the plugging and abandonment material conducting casing. The strip of the casing shall not be removed with the wellbore during the plugging and abandonment operation. All pits and tanks utilized during the oil and gas well plugging and abandonment operation contain waste and shall conform with the Rule 1504 of the subchapter. The cement and mechanical bridge plug shall place for the wellbore isolate with a hydrocarbon bearing zone with the mitigation fluids wellbore protecting fresh groundwater aquifers, prevent surface water from entering wellbore. All plugs of the plugging and abandonment shall meet the following requirements. The cement plugged oil gas well should conform with the Rule 1606 section. Cement plug should be placed in circulation using the tubing, casing, and drilling pipe at all intervals between cement and mechanical bridge shall be filled with a bentonite base mud plug, minimum weight with 9 and 1/2 pounds per gallon. Vertical wellbore should have cement plug placed in the following intervals. A, the total depth minimum of 100 feet above the top of the deepest hydrocarbon bearing zone, or alternatively from the minimum of 50 feet below the base of the deepest hydrocarbon bearing zone, penetrate the minimum of 100 feet above the top of the deepest hydrocarbon bearing zone. B, from the minimum of 50 feet below the minimum of 100 feet above each of the succeeding hydrocarbon bearing fresh groundwater zone, non-isolated intermediate surface casing. C, with a minimum of 100 feet below the minimum of 100 feet above the base of the intermediate surface casing string. From minimum of 200 feet below the ground surface, 3 water below the ground surface, the horizontal well bore shall have the cement plugs in accordance with the parts G4A through G4D with the rule of the exemption. Bottom plug outline in G4A of this part shall be placed at the depth of the well curve kickoff point extended above the point of the minimum of 200 feet. 6. Mechanical bridge plugs used with the plug shall be separately directly above each zone identified with the parts G4A through G4D with the rule covered with a minimum of 50 feet of cement. All casing remaining in the wellbore should be cut off with a minimum of 3 feet below the ground surface. Top of the wellbore should be sealed with a steel plate with a welded plate. The API number of the oil gas well should be identified on the steel plate. All rat holes and mouse holes should be filled with a bentonite and cement the depth of 3 feet with below the ground surface, then filled with the surface of the soil. All flow lines should be flushed with fresh water into the lines capped and buried at least 3 feet below the ground surface. All fresh water used with the flush lines should be disposed in accordance with the approved Waste Management Plan 2002 of the subchapter. 1619. Notification requirements of the permanent closure of the oil gas wells. Permit shall complete with the submitted with the intent with the plug and abandonment with a portion of Form 14 plugging and abandonment at least 30 calendar days prior to the commencement of the plug and abandonment operation. Permit shall submit the fee in accordance with the GS 113-395C with the plug and abandonment any oil gas well. Permit shall approve of the deny the Form 14 plugging and abandonment in accordance with the rule approved of the plugging and abandonment form shall remain valid for a period of 12 months. Permit shall include the following completed Form 14 plug and abandonment, the permanent name and address, the telephone number, the fax number, the email address of the county nearest city, town, oil gas well located with the property street with the address nearest egress point of leading the public road with the well pad, API number, lease for the oil gas well number, reason for the abandonment, identification, casing that will be removed from the well drawer, depth of the ground surface to which it can be cut in the diameter each of the well bore segment, casing grade weight, outside diameter, setting depth of each of the casing string with the evaluation of cement, top of the cementing, bottom of each of the casing string, identification of cement type of the additive, the density of the estimated volume to be each of the plug of the type of the other than cement, provide non-cemented section for the casing that may be perforated well diagrams depicting current oil gas configuration. 14 well diagrams depicting proposed oil gas well configuration with cement plugs, anticipated beginning and ending date of the plugging and abandonment activities, and identification wireline cementing contractors. The department shall notify the request of plugging and abandonment oil gas wells if the request of the violation of any of the rules subchapter and the following requirements have not been yet met. Form 14 plug and abandonment was not complete in accordance with paragraph A of this rule. Then B2, the well abandonment fee has not been paid. C, the permittee shall notify the department in 72 hours of either the telephone, email prior commencement of the plug and abandonment operation existing well and 8 hours of loss for the dry hole, submitting Form 11, the required notification of the Department of Contact Information set for the Rule 201 subchapter of the notification submitted with the Department of Mail, email, fax, with 5 days for the telephone number. The email notice shall include the following information: printed name and address, the telephone number, fax number, the email address, the county nearest of the town, city or town with the oil gas well located, the property, street of the destiny address, ingress, egress point leading on the public road, well pad, API number, the lease number, the oil gas well name and the number, the scheduled date and approximate time of the day of the plugging and abandonment will be performed no later than 90 days after plug-in abandonment. Oil gas well with the permit shall complete with the submit with the Form 14 plug-in abandonment. The department shall include the following in the completed Form 14 plug-in abandonment, conform when the plug-in abandonment operations were conducted in accordance with the proof of the plan. Permit name and address, the telephone number, the fax number, the email address of the county nearest city of the oil gas well is located at the property, street of the destiny address with the ingress egress point leading out of the public road to the well pad, API number, the lease number, the oil gas well name and the number, the reason for abandonment, the length of time of casing, the remove of the well bore, top of the casing string, the remaining well bore, the diameter each of the well bore segment, casing grade, weight, height, oil side diameter, setting depth of each of the casing string, elevation, cement, top of the cement, bottom of each of the casing string, cement, type of the density, yield, the volume, each of the plug, type of the plug, if other than the cemented navigation, non-cemented section of the casing, if perforated, well bore diagrams depicting pre-plugging oil gas well configuration, well bore diagrams depicting final plugged oil gas well configurations, cement plugs dating plugged abandonment activity commenced and were completed. The navigation wire line cementing contractors were used, and copy the wire logs, cementing tickets, job summary reports as supplied by wire line cementing contractors. Alright, 1620. Requirements for shutting in an oil gas well. Oil gas well complete with accordance with 1607 with equipped with the well according to Rule 1614, so for the capable of production by may be shut in accordance with the rule of the permit shall complete with a submit Form 15 oil gas well status for the Department of E with the email with a fax within 14 calendar days closing with a master valve with the well head with the contact information set for the Rule 201 of the subchapter. Form 15 oil gas well should include the following name information: the permitted name and address, the telephone number, the fax number, the email address of the county nearest city or town where the oil gas was located, the property, street of the nearest address, the ingress, egress leading from public road to the well pad, API number, the lease number, the oil gas well name and the number, the record for the initial shut-in status for the annual extension of the shut and staff of the type of the oil gas well with the diameter length of each of the casing string with the diameter length of the tubing string with the type of the amount of the casing type of the amount of the cementing of each of the casing string with the current pressure of the tubing and casing string with the current annual pressure of the between the tubing and the production casing, the current annual pressure of the production casing, surface of the casing with the if the annual with the opening of the atmosphere with the description of how the current condition of the oil gas well is capable of following: A, preventing damage of the production zone; B, preventing surface leakage of the fluid, protecting the groundwater, protecting health and safety of the person and property of the environment. The description and future utilization of oil gas well with the 16 with the description oil gas well complying with the requirements of Rule 1614, 1615. Master valve shall remain closed, locked until the oil gas well with permitted plugged and abandoned and placed in production. Permanent shall be maintained bonded required by subsection 1400 subchapter until oil gas well is permanently plugged and abandoned. Permanent shall conduct with a monthly site inspection well site in accordance with Rule 2201 of the subchapter. Permanent shall conduct with the annual mechanical integrity test of each of the shut-in oil gas well in accordance with Rules 2201 J, K, and L of the subchapter. The test results of the department using Form 16 mechanical test integrity test result. Shut-in staff shall be valid for the period of 1 year with the annual renewal required with the permanent address. Desire to permit and maintain shut-in staff to beyond 1 year with the annual renewal application shall demonstrate one of the following: inadequate infrastructure development of that common producing conditions. 8. The department shall revoke the shut-in status for the oil gas well permitted with the failure to maintain all of the requirements for the rule of the department shall require the permitted either the oil place for the oil gas well into production plug and abandonment the oil gas well permitted discretion. Permitted shall complete with the submit of the Form 17 and navigation return of the oil gas well active the status of the Department of Mail email fax of the calendar days of the producing oil gas well has been shut in. Contact information set forth in Rule 201. Permitted shall include the following: Form 17 notification return oil gas well the active staff of the permanent name, the address, telephone number, the tax number, email address of the county nearest city town oil gas was located at the property, street of the destiny address, ingress, egress, leading from the public road to the well pad, API number, the lease number, and oil gas well name and the number, the date of the return to active status. Alright. Or 1621, requirements for the temporary abandonment of the oil gas wells. Oil gas well for the construction of the corns with Rule 1607 must be completed after being drilled with a temporary abandonment of the corns with the rule of the permit complete with a submit form 15 well gas day with the department 30 calendar day with the prior of the temporary abandonment operation. Contact information set forth in Rule 201 with the subject of the permission include the following in the chapter completed form 1501 gas day with the permanent name of the drift, the telephone number, fax number, the email of the committee. County nearest city with the town where oil gas was located with the property tree with the drift and the drift, the ingress, egress point leading from the public road to the well pad, API number, the leaf, the number, the oil gas well name and the number. After the request, the initial temporary abandonment, the renewal of the temporary abandonment, the type of the oil gas well, with the diameter length of each of the casing, with the type of the amount of the cement will be with each of the casing ring 9 with the description of how with the current condition oil gas was capable of following A, preventing damage to production zone, B, preventing surface leakage of the fluid, C, for the protecting groundwaters, D, providing health and safety operation private for the environment, 10, description of future utilization of oil gas well, with the description of how the oil gas well complying with the requirements of Rule 1614 of the section, permanent shall maintain with the bonding requirements of 1400 subchapter of the oil gas, in which permanent plugged and abandonment of the temporary abandonment should be valid for the period of 5 years, for the maximum of the 1 year, 1 5-year renewal for the period for the permanent shall be either play for the oil gas well production permanently plugged and abandoned. Well, in accordance with Rule 1618 of the section, the permit should complete with the permit form 17 with the notification return of oil gas active for staff of the department at 14 calendar days, producing oil gas well for the temporary abandonment with the connecting intact information set from the Rule 201 of the subchapter of the permit shall include the following information completed in form 17 notification return of oil gas well to active status. Put the name of the drift, the telephone number, the fax number, the email drift, the county nearest city, the town where the oil gas well is located, property tree with the designated address to the ingress egress point of leading with the public road to the well pad, API number to lease, the name of the oil gas well name and the number of the date with the return active status. 1622, the defective casing, defective cementing wheel blowout. The permit shall come in for the corrective action upon with the discovery of the defective casing of cementing and report of the defect with the department within 24 hours with the discovery of the telephone number. This contact information set forth in Rule 201. The permit shall take an action event with the oil and gas blowout with comply with the emergency section Rule 1305 of the subchapter. Any oil gas well blowout shall be reported to the department after the emergency official for the emergency well control response contractor has been contacted. Or 1623 well drilling report 30 calendar days for the drilling oil gas well for the burning shall submit form 12 with the well drill report to the department include the following information: printed name of the drift, the telephone number, the fax number, the email drift, the county nearest city, the town oil gas well located, property street with the address, the ingress egress point leading with the public road, well pad, API number, the lease number, the oil gas well name and the number, type of the oil gas well for the day of the drilling, standard was completed, the method of the drilling, the whole diameter drilling, depth of the well bearing, each case for the setting of the depth of the total depth of the butt, the true vertical measured oil gas well, and then the shape of the depth of the conductors, casing, the surface of the casing, and intermediate casing with production casing if applicable. Type of the amount of the cement, the result of the cementing procedure include the copies for all of the cement, take for the result of the cement, and evaluation complete with the Rule 1606 and 1607 in the Section 11, location, casing, dollar top cement. Each casing screen is centralizer of the method used to make the determination of the evaluation relative to the Kelly bushing and the top of the gold vertical of the method depth of the wellbore. 13 paper to digital copy electro radioactive with the other standard industrial log standard electrical log with the curved data submitted with the LAS data digital data format as PDF TIFF or PDS. Cement logs are arrayed with the ability to submit with the LIS digital format is in PDF TIFF or the PDS. Cement of the bond logs submitted with the PDF TIFF or the PDS with the casing colors centralized with the top cement located. 14. Drilling log include with the name of the depth of the significant formation penetrated for the strip of the depth of the roll of the depth of the drilling log shrink with the depth of the oil gas production zone with the depth of the groundwater brine with the strip of the source for the information of the report shall contain or the data required for the groundwater zone with the inhalation pressure zone with the zone with the corrosive the fluid loss for the circulation zone of the zone fluid with the capable for the angular flow how with the casing of the cement programs was modified in response to information. 15. Copy of the pressure test, formalization, integrity test of the conductor during the installation of the surface and immediate of the production casing stream of the pursuant 1605 and 1607 in the section. Statement that whether the methane and hydrocarbons was encountered in either target formation for the depth of the intervals, how the casing of the cementing program will be modified to respond with the information. Some of the events for this bar. The department in accordance with Rule 1607 and 1616 with the wellbore inclination, the directional survey, engines used on-site exploration and development include with the number of the engine, the capacity of the maximum size of the rated horsepower left at 75 750 horsepower with the engine type of the compression ignition, 2-stroke lean burn ignition, 4-stroke lean burn ignition, rich burn spark ignition. Number of the engine capacity, the maximum cited rated horsepower greater than or equal to 750 horsepower with the engine type of the compression ignition, 2-stroke lean burn ignition, 4-stroke lean burn ignition, rich burn spark ignition. Average number of the hours of operation of the engine, each of the categories above. Any other information specified with the condition, permit type of the drill, stem type of the charts, formation of water analysis, porosity, permeability, fluid saturation measurement, core analysis, physiological log, and sample description, other similar data is complied with. No interpretation of the data is required with the field, with usually specifically required elsewhere with the subchapter 21. Signature for the permitting, verifying that the oil gas well that has been constructed in accordance with the subchapter of the permitting code with the department. 1624 well stipulation report within 30 calendar days after the conclusion of the stipulation and operation of the oil gas well with the permit issue of the submit with the Form 18 of the well situation report with the department include the following information: permit, the name of the address, the telephone number, the fax number, the email address, the county, the nearest city, the town where the oil gas well is located, the property street address, new address, and egress point leading to the public road to the well pad, API number, the lease number, the oil gas well number, the number, the type of the oil gas well with the total volume, base fluid with the total volume of the reused water, alternative water, fresh water, other base fluid where it was used in each hydrofracturing stage, maximum pump pressure, surface heat during each of the hydrofracturing operation, type of the volume of the well, stipulation, fluid of the proponent, used in each stage well with the stipulation, operation of the well, stipulation, treatment of data in accordance with Rule 1613 and Section 11, the hydroflexion stipulation system and the maximum fraction height with the length of the estimated true vertical depth of the top fracture for the achieved during the well stipulation treatments is determined by a three-dimensional model with the true treating pressure for the other data collected during the hydrofracturing treatments. 12 of the well sheeting and perforation record the detail of the true vertical method, measure depth of the total number of the shots on the wellbore diagrams, including casing, cementing data about perforation, stipulation summary, initial oil gas test information, recording daily gas, oil, water rate, and tubing and casing pressure in accordance with Rule 2201 of the subchapter. 15 initial gas analysis performed in laboratory certified with the state in accordance with 15 ANTAC 02H800 when incorporated with the reference included the subsequent amendments of the addition of the engine on site during the exploration. Development included the number of the engine with capacity of the maximum cited rates of horsepower less than 750 horsepower for the engine type of the compression ignition, 2-stroke lean burning ignition, 4-stroke lean burn ignition, rich burn and spark ignition, number of the engine with the capacity of the maximum cited horsepower greater than or equal to 750 horsepower by engine type. So this is compression ignition, 2-stroke lean burn ignition, 4-stroke lean burn ignition, rich burn spark ignition. To the average number of hours of operation, engine with each of the categories above. The permit may attach the completed Form 18 well stipulation report as information received as a service company regarding well stipulation or operation over the normal course of the business satisfies all the requirements of the rule. Section 1700, chemical disclosure.